An investigation continues into the source of the cholera outbreak. The Department of Water and Sanitation has come forward to provide the public with clarity over questions being raised about the quality of drinking water in South Africa amid the outbreak of cholera in Hammanskraal in the city of Tshwane and Parys in the Ngwathe Local Municipality in the Free State. For more, let's talk to Deputy Minister David Mahlobo. Deputy Minister, good evening to you and welcome. So how much closer are we tonight to identifying the original source of the cholera outbreak?
Thank you very much, Iman. This afternoon, I did just about a few minutes ago receive some preliminary results with respect to the samples that were taken by our teams. But we still have to conclude with the Water Research Commission to collate all these other results that were done by Tshwane and other individuals, so that we can be able to determine exactly the issues of where is this pathogens are coming from. In the meantime, the preliminary results indeed, they confirm that the water quality in terms of the Rooiwal and the timber treatment plant, they are not up to the standard we require in terms of SANS 241, which is the drinking water standard, including the effluent that gets from the Rooiwal into the Parys River. But to be able to determine the issues of salmonella and the cholera bacteria, those particular assessments are being done. And the instruction given by Minister Mthunu is that that team of the Water Research Commission working with us and the municipality, we should by Friday issue those independent results. But the confirmation right now is that the water that is coming from the water treatment plant of Temba continues not to be fit for human consumption. But at the very same time, the other samples that we have taken, it confirmed that the water in the rainwater pipeline, that is raw water that has been treated, and the Mahlobo pipeline that are being used as a point of reference where water truckers must be able to take the water, that water is fit for human consumption. Therefore, the other issues around the turbidity, the color in the water, the issues of health and hygiene of boiling, using detergents, we still want to insist that issues of washing of hands, washing of food and so forth is going to be very important. But we can't wash food and can't wash vegetables and so forth with the water that is coming from timber treatment plant unless that particular water has been in a position that it has been boiled or properly treated. The issues of Ngwathe in Parys, an investigation has been done. Indeed, where AfriForum has taken the water samples, they have taken the water sample around a main hole and welcome those results that they are coming to. But we have deployed our teams. They've been on the ground and actually found out that in as much as that municipality is struggling about water challenges, but the water that is coming from the taps, not from anywhere else except the taps, that water is fit for human consumption. But the president instructed us yesterday that the minister and other ministers, we must do whatever it takes, that no further deaths must happen. Let's contain cholera and ensure that citizens across all the country where municipalities are struggling are supported by giving safe water to be able to use.
Yeah. There's a big picture and a context in which all of this is happening, Deputy Minister. When we think about what the Minister Ngwathe said about that resistance from the city in being able to deal with and being able for the DWS to come in and take over this issue, which they have not managed successfully. Then you've got, the bigger issue in South Africa where it suits people who, for example, are running these water tankers to be in business because, it means that they can make some money. And we've seen this in other places in terms of corruption in South Africa. So the question then is, while we're waiting to hear what happens in terms of how the city is going to respond proactively to this and what other risks there are in the system, how many water tankers have been deployed And how can we guarantee? I know the other day that you said, that where they collect the water from are from sources that are above reproach. These are good sources. But talk to us about the checks and balances around managing costs and managing where they're drawing that water from.
It's a problem in South Africa, the attitude and the policy directive of the department. We don't want people to receive water through water trucking or water tankering. But water tankering must only be used as a temporary measure in instances where there are service delivery disruptions. Therefore, our instruction is that municipalities buy the water tankers yourselves, because we are creating a new business. And this new business has negative consequences because it's exploited the monitoring system of number of these municipalities where water is being taken, whether the water is properly handled until it reaches the consumer, which is the standard operating procedures. There are serious weaknesses. The other thing that is happening, Iman, is that these municipalities, when they don't monitor this thing, some of these people, they take water from our rivers and dams, and some of those water in the rivers and dams is not properly treated. Then the other issue is corruption, where municipal officials, they started to work with these track organizations. They start to destroy the valves and the infrastructure to keep the tracking happening. But in Tshwane, we know now that the municipality has 52 tankers. It has increased the number of tankers around the issues of Hammanskraal. But there are still weaknesses, Iman. We have instructed them that every tanker that they take, that water, in as much as it's coming from a system that is assured of its quality, we still want them to print those results of the test that indeed these results are very good. But the municipality, we want to give them the opportunity, because the current mayor has agreed to work with us. That's why we're able to find a resolution to have a comprehensive plan that is subject to the conclusion of the consultation with National Treasury and the Department of Human Settlement, so that at the end of the week, the nation can be taken into confidence that the water problems in Rooiwal must be solved out for a longer period, other than to do a short-term intervention. Those short-term interventions are required, but we need a sustainable solution.
That was Water and Sanitation Deputy Minister David Mahlobo. Thank you very much for your time.